welcome back to the BBG, guys. Back to play ourselves some more Rayman on the DOS box. As you remember the last episode, we did all the levels of the Dream Force and knocked out as many cages as we could. Now we're moving on to World 2, Bandland. Starting up with Bongo Hills, which if I remember right has a massive, absolute massive amount of levels. I'm like, where'd it go? I will say I do like this little introductory level here where it looks like you're crawling out of the forest into the hills. Those bounty hunters aren't getting me. Say in the PlayStation version you just start out like straight into Bandland. It's like, oh, here you are, instruments. Here, there's a nice gradual change. Well, who broke the bridge? I also really like the music of Bandland, it's just so peaceful. Oh, I was gonna say, looks like we're doing this area over. Now there is a really unique death animation, and I don't know if you saw that cluster of notes at the very top. If you land on one of them, you get a death animation that's different than normal. Maybe I'll do it at one point in time intentionally to show it off, but I don't really want to die. I don't think we've died once yet so far. Why not? Rayman's like, oh, my butt, which is also my body, completely decimated. Oh yeah, I'm like, my fist, it's weaker. Jump. Never saw it coming. It's that jump punch right there. You get maximum power if you throw your fist while you're in the air. Say these clouds are unique to this area too. Well, they're not unique to this area. It's the first time we see them. You can tell. You can't even make that jump normally anyways. If they're solid like that, they won't go anywhere, and they sometimes will bounce, sometimes they'll just be solid. If they have the closed eyes like those, they disappear after you step on them. Apparently, in the Jaguar version, they actually had faces, and their eyes would close. So it's like, what? How come they took that out for this? I kind of like that. Oh no, all the teens! I do like that giant clef, though. That's really pretty. A, B, C, D, musical. Giant pair of eyes down there watching us. Those ones you don't have to watch out for. There is a set of eyes later on, though, that you do want to watch out for. Maracas. See that enemy right there? I think it's a cricket. Because, you know, crickets make noise. They are stupidly aggressive. They take a lot of hits, and if you try to jump over them, they go ballistic. Bongo. It's like Bandland really plays to the strength of being a musical theme place. Flutes, drums, bongos. The only thing that seems out of the clouds, really. But there they are. Those angry eyes. I believe they're supposed to be Mr. Dark watching you. But you don't want to get near them too long. They home in on you and shoot a lightning bolt. Also, this level's background music is like one of my least favorites. Just because it's the same little beat repeated over and over again. There's a different version of it that plays in a different level that makes it sound so much better. Dead you. Dead you. Dead you. Probably like, how do I get up there? Well, if you jump over the exit, it makes a cloud appear. And the cloud is actually a moving cloud. It'll be back. Now that little collection of teams there sounded really cool in the PlayStation version because it had pop, 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 pop. as cool in my book. Don't jump too high. Those guys up there are there to make sure of that. Pro strats. Hey, they can fly with their hair like I do. Cheaters! I did it first. Oh yeah, here's the level with the better version of that same beat. Mainly just because it's got that humming in the background. I also want to know what kind of drugs the creators of this game are on. We have maracas, cool. Now we have rocket maracas. I don't think I can... No. Either I need to bring a maraca up there. Yes. Okay, I'll just go down and grab that one from the very bottom. Oh jeez, I only have one hit to do this with now. No pressure. I mean, thankfully if I die, I'll go back to the checkpoint. Haha! Oh wait, I can stand up in there. If I remember right, yeah, there's stuff below this one. I don't know what these spinny things are supposed to be. I believe they're kind of maraca, but they don't look like any maracas I've ever seen. Now see, there used to be a cage down there, but I'll take a one-up. Frankly, growing up, I just called them cinnamon rolls. They do look like a Cinnabon or something. And they look like they'd be really tasty. Come on. There you are. I'm like, where's my cloud? Another thing to note about these crickets. They will headbutt you if you try to, you know, do the fist up thing and you're too close to them. They're like, nah, we ain't gonna let that happen. Put all these drums here in the first place. Now this guy right here, you can already hear him. You want to talk about an aggressive grasshopper. Jump, he goes crazy, takes a lot of hits, and he's in a confined space. If you try to throw your fist, you'll probably hit that flute. Though they know you'll be taking a lot of damage against them, they gave you health and a one-up. That is some seriously angry grass. Well, yeah, I call them grasshoppers, despite the fact that they are obviously grilled. Nah, but they're actually crickets. Or maybe even locusts. Now, Stormy Nights. Actually, I kind of get the sky theme that Bandland has going on for it, because what is thunder but just a giant drum? So all these lightning eyes and the thunder background, and even this night theme kind of make a little sense. But I think they should have saved it as the transitional level to the mountains. I want to go down this flute like a pipe. Not getting me that well. Let's see if I can... I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Gotta get the gliding ability first. Boing! That's what really sucks about Bongo Hills. It's like, oh, there's only like one cage we can't get on our first trip through, and you have to go through all these levels again just to get it. It's like, give me a break, man. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna jump and bite ya. Not really. I'm a good... Oh, no. There's no checkpoints here. Yeesh. My second death just because I assumed I could make a jump. We're just gonna blitz our way through here now. I don't think I've ever been down this way. Is there anything special here? I'm a magician. Alright, let's take on your challenge. I don't think I've ever done this one before. Oh boy, slippery surface. Gosh, without the power to hang, this would be terrible. Thankfully, if you do a standing jump on slippery surfaces, you can, you know, cancel out that sliding. So if you hang, jump, jump. It's like, how many teams was I supposed to collect? No! Please be the last one. No, I saw the last one. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. I don't need that one up anyways. Me. That's what I say to you. You wanna know what's going on? Yeah, you being a jerk. Little treasure clove of tings down here. Those lightning eyes make you really have to time everything a little bit different. Wait for him to fire, then take out that guy. Yeah. Like, why am I having such trouble? I blame the keyboard. You know, there it is. I'm like, I know there's a secret up here. That speed fist means I can just pummel this guy like a jerk. Give me that. Too much lightning. Do 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 do. Oh, this level's an annoying one. Mainly just because there's a lot of backtracking and chance for failure. The whole gimmick is this set of maracas. Goes around the level, you ride it, you gotta jump, otherwise you're gonna get hit by spikes. And dodge enemies too while you're in the air. Thing is, Rayman's aerial maneuvering isn't exactly that good. You have to wait till the arc of your jump to be able to cancel any momentum you've got. Let's hit that checkpoint first. And you have to backtrack later on with another power to get over yonder, shrink yourself, get over, break a cage, ride it back while small, and then do it all over again. Hopefully you don't die in one hit. And right here, I don't think it's intended, but you don't have to jump. I guess it's high enough that it dodges those. I think you're supposed to jump, and the game intends you to, but since you're not close enough to the spikes to actually get hurt, you don't have to bother with it. Really tall saxophone tree. Another one of those freaky plant thingies that look kind of out of place. It's all artificial band material, and then we got this weird tree made of tubas. What is the world coming to? Also, you can touch the bottom of these, no trouble. All that way for one up, and all these things appeared behind us. Blue spiky balls, regular balls, hunters. Now, where's my cloud? There was a cage down there in the PlayStation version. That's why I went down there originally. Now, this is a really fun stage. Unique enemy you never see again. Drummers. And they're angry. I'm assuming they're supposed to be like some sort of thunder god. You know, they're smacking the ground, generating electricity. You don't really get a good look at them because... well, sheesh. But other cloud is. Here. Wait, now there's foreground objects? I'm confused. They didn't have the foreground flowers in like the Dream Forest, but they got the foreground harmonicas here. Layering. What even is it? You know, if hitting the ceiling didn't almost immediately cancel out any jump momentum you had, I don't think that would have been so bad. Bet you guys really like seeing me go through this level over and over. Which is really a shame. I used to be able to do this level really good. Those clouds are on a timer. Oh boy. Well, so much for no death cycle run. I'm dying at the drop of a hat. Also, I think those drummers are on a timer too, like, and it's like a random one. They'll swing left, swing right, but you're never entirely sure which one they're gonna swing. That is just stupid. This is when the game gets stupidly frustrating. If you get a game over in here and have to use a continue, you have to start the whole world over. So it's like, here you are, losing all your lives on a silly timing-based jump. Then you have to go through every single level of this stupid bongo hill over and over again. I'm like, no. Not even worth it to get that one up again. You probably think to yourself, oh boy, health restoration. Psych! Oh. What's with all the timing clouds? That was a pointless trip. Thankfully your fist doesn't shrink. So, you know, my fists are like 5 pixels wide, yet I shoot out a fist that's bigger than my entire body. Yes. Touch me, little fairy, make me big. Worth noting, you can actually kill those eyeballs that shoot lightning. Just whenever they're on a surface that your fist can actually hit them. You hit up, they close their eyes, do that enough times, you'll blind them. Whew. Bongo Hill's out of the way, and we still got 3 more cages to get in there. Completing it does access the save point again, even though you could have just gone back to the Dream Forest. Let's move into Allegro Presto. If you ever watch the opening demo of this game, you'll see the first level here in action. And it almost can make you do it like a robot. It's like, oh man, I can make the same music the game makes. Except for, you know, I goofed it up right there. But it's like... I've watched that demo way too many times. I can almost do it perfectly. the Jaguar version, these bars aren't slippery, so it's like, this level does not live up to its name of Allegro Presto. It's more, walking in the clouds. Whoosh. Oh, you almost might miss this cage just because you're going so dang fast. Guess it is worth noting when you're on these slippery slopes, your fist right up there. That is a stupidly impossible jump. You have to get a running start, and you have to have the run power to do it, ramp up that, jump at the perfect time, and then hope you get enough momentum to still clear it. But it isn't even the most difficult cage in the game. New Twilight Gulch has that honor. Though this is a very annoying level in the game. You just heard something appear. It's all based around these trumpets. This first section in particular is annoying. You have to jump at just the right time to get in these platforms. And they're getting smaller. And that's the worst part there. If you do end up hanging yourself instead, not like intentionally because of this frustration, you can't make the jump back to the one you came from. Ha, made it. Didn't quite make that one though. Alright, start these teams. I'm like, don't go off the edge. A little bit too much speed, but I'll take it. Come on, come on. We'll take the upper path here first. A heart-shaped cloud, how pretty. I used to think these were like the plums of this world. You could punch them or something. No, they're just decoration. Whoa. What the halibut? There used to be a 1-up up there in the PlayStation version. Now I get a trumpet instead? Oh boy, what? No! I want to see what's up there. Come on. Especially now that it's different from what I'm expecting. It's probably a cage now. Especially because they make certain you can get around. So can we discuss how stupid the jump is for the hanging? Sometimes you can get a huge jump. Sometimes you just get a weak little jump. It's like, what's up with that? Haha. If I remember right, there's like a secret area here that's like way far over there. If you can get a good fly, and then hover at the very last second, you get to an area that's full of 1-ups. Come on, let me through. Now, all the other ones are giving us Blowees. This guy gives us Suckies. Oh, come on. That was totally hit. That's when the grappling power is useful for grabbing 1-ups. Gotta kill one of them to be able to go through. One shall live, while one shall fall. Thankfully, we don't see those trumpets much anywhere else in this game. Yeah. Your secrets are not lost on me, Allegro Presto. Your giant thunder mallets. See, how come the spiky guys can't use the nice rubber ones? They're not nearly as deadly. I guess those are the thunder ones, and the metal guys have the lightning ones. Darn it. Oh, no, 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 no! Aye. This is where things get really stupidly difficult without that hover power. The momentum you gain on these slippery musical scales can really send you flying. It's like just jump everywhere. Plus the platforms are getting smaller and smaller. And now we got Caesar cinnamon rolls. Blah, blah, blah. But I saw something. Look at all the Electoons trapped. Just the way I like it. Just not in a cage. These are cage-free Electoons? Oh no. Now you think these platforms are bad, just wait. It's about to get much, much worse. Check this out. Not only are they small platforms, they're surrounded by enemies. Thankfully, they're all flat, so you don't pick up any strange momentum. But that's not even the worst this level has to offer. No, there's even smaller platforms coming up. Thankfully, they don't have super tiny platforms with enemies. That would be a little broken. Yeah, I don't trust those. Now these used to be a lot smaller. I wonder if the PC version made them longer because they're stupid. That's the Magician. Don't want to do his challenge. Now there used to be, I guess because they don't have that asset here in this version, there used to be a walking drum that was wearing scuba gear that would appear here. Wonder what they did with him. Alright, what did I make up here? Clouds, okay. Sweet, 5 out of 6 cages. That just leaves that one in the very first level that you can't get until much later. Alright, now we just gotta make a few jumps, a couple more ramps, and then we'll be there. No! That random monk out of nowhere actually plays into the next level of the world. But, you know, he's kind of weird. He's doing some sort of accordion thing with balls. But you gotta aim for the center, because otherwise he'll just close them up on you anyways. It's like, don't be like that, dude. I got enough on my plate. And you're probably not even evil since you're a monk. You're just being a dick. But yeah, Bandland is probably where most of your lives are gonna get eaten up. Just because there's so many dang levels inside of it. And ice physics. Nobody likes ice physics. Don't care about you teens. People in the Rayman world should not have legs if they don't have arms. It's just not right. Gotta jump through all those loops just to make the exit appear. Hear that sassy jazz? Got these new enemies that I really feel like should appear more in the area. I mean, sour notes, come on. That's like totally Bandland. But they are the minions of this world's boss, Mr. Sax. Ooh. In fact, I think every single boss pretty much has a thing where you encounter them before you really fight them. We fought Mosquito in Anguish and Gloom before taking him on in the real fight. Mr. Sax we're going to encounter here. The Mr. Stone, you'll fight him a couple times before you actually see him. Things like that. This level, however, has absolutely 0 cages. Because after you complete Allegro Presto, this world isn't played through again. Don't know why it's taken out like that, but there's a couple levels like that. But I think it's supposed to be so in case you kill the boss then come back. It makes sense why they're not there anymore. Woo! I just like his sassy jazz music though. board. Take a moment to point out these cluster of music notes here. You know, there's the big pink one, the big green one, the big yellow one, plus all the other colors in the back. You see them occasionally on their own by themselves, but you only see the green or yellow ones. They could have used the giant pink one as its own solo note too, you know. That way there'd be some color variation here. Urgh. Take my picture. I want the memento. Also, it's very confusing. These notes, they're invincible. They sound like metal when you hit them. But when you're in the boss battle with Mr. Sax, you have to punch them back into him. But it's like, the first time you ever... Whoa, death to an enemy, that's the first time. Good thing there's a checkpoint. Yeah, like I was saying, the notes, they're immortal. You can't kill them. But in the boss battle with Mr. Sax, you can. It's like, wait a minute, everything I've learned about them up until this point is a lie. I don't know why I punched in midair. It's not like other games where attacking in the air gives you a little bit more air time. Whoa. Yeah, see, you're supposed to hit them, and they stop being sour notes then. Does he respawn? Yes. This is how you're supposed to figure out how to damage him. Hit it back into him, he's like, man, forget that, I'm out. When I was younger, I thought I could do that over and over again to take out all his boss HP before the fight. Doesn't work that way. Things are not going to get any easier for you, Rayman. But this new power will make you stronger. You can now use your hair as a helicopter. One of the most iconic things about Rayman is his hair being a helicopter. Yet you have to go really far into the game to get that ability. It's like, come on, Matilda, why couldn't you have given me all my powers from the start? This would have been super useful. Now, unfortunately, due to the length of these levels, I do not have the time to come back and do the other two that are left in this world. So we're going to split off the video here, and the next episode we'll finish up Bandland. It's just Gong Heights and Mr. Sax's Hullabaloo, which you can't even see yet. So until then, everybody, see you next time!